Hello everyone, my name is Comet and welcome back to part 2 of making custom Fakemon. In part 1, I recreated this old Fakemon from last year, which went amazingly well, so of course I have a couple more to show. Our first Fakemon will be a poison and flying type. In my practice drawings, I referenced poison dart frogs for the design, but in the final it looked a little more like a lizard, which I actually quite like. Anyways, let's get right into the time-lapse and see how things went. Going for the practice drawings, I had a couple of mental notes. For starters, I wanted to give this mon a more dynamic pose, as the original was quite flat and basic. Secondly, I wanted the poison clouds on its feet to actually look like clouds, rather than an ooze on the floor. And finally, I wanted to give this mon brighter and better colors. Overall, I think I added these changes quite well, but there are minor edits I could make. That aside, here you can see me resketching on a new layer to adjust our basic shapes, getting it ready for line art. Once everything was clear and ready, I had a final sketch that left me satisfied. With the line art now done, I quickly got to work creating clipping masks to color over. Using a collection of purples and blues, I edited as needed while making sure to add shadows on the legs and body. I have no major gripes with this part, but if I were to do a remake, I'd pre-plan or be more sparing with my colors, but the final look was a bit complicated. I don't have much else to say. The rest of this is just me editing the shadows and coloring the clouds, so let's just sit back until it's ready for the dex entry. Meet Toxicloud, the hopping cloud Pokemon, a poison and flying type. By creating toxic clouds under its feet, this Pokemon can stand or hop in midair. Using its bait tail, Toxicloud can lure, grapple, then drop its prey after carrying them up high. Thematically, I think Poison and Flying is pretty cool typing, but even though Poison's weaknesses becomes an immunity, the combo has some issues as neither types are good against Steel or Rock type Pokemon. However, it does do 2 times damage to mostly strong types, being Fighting, Fairy, Grass, and Bug. So I think this mon could do well as a fast, strong, yet frail special attacker. Maybe if its ability let it hit steel types with poison moves, it would have a better chance, but that might be overkill. Our next Fakemon is from a draft I made in a short. It's based on a snow crane, which is a bug that can withstand the cold. Perfect for a bug and ice type Pokemon. This Fakemon stayed the most faithful to its draft, probably because I only aimed to show a bit more of its ice typing. Like most of my drawings, I went in with basic shapes and adjusted them further in a second sketch. I had a bit of problems with the head, body, and tail, so you might have caught me pause for a second. Luckily, with the help of my references, I figured things out. Moving on to the line art, I messed around with its back antenna and added these diamond icicles on the front. From there, it was just about cleaning up and editing off the sketch. Now we're on to coloring, where I created clipping masks to paint over. I usually do this with one color, but I wanted to get an early look to see if these shades of blue would stick. They both ended up looking great, and so they stayed with slight alterations during the process. After a couple more splashes of color to draw the viewer's eyes, things are about done. And with that, I present Ice Rain, the Blizzard Wanderer Pokemon, a bug and ice type. The purple diamonds on its tail and front antenna are frozen souls that lure nearby ghosts. It uses them to protect villages from ghost Pokemon that would hide and haunt during snowstorms. It has an ability called Frozen Afterlife that traps ghost-type Pokemon and makes them weak to ice-type moves. And with that, we have our two new Fakemons. This video was a lot of fun to make, and if you enjoyed it too, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have any notes on what I could change, feel free to tell me in the comments. With that, I'm saying a big goodbye to you all, and I hope to see you next time.